Okay, it's been 2 weeks since I've made a Mavuika video. Time for another. Let's go. Alright, so basically today's video is how well does Mavuika fare in AOE, because, well, we didn't have her in AOE at all, basically. Natlin has been entirely, just single target centric for a long time, but now we are finally here with some AOE phases. We're here. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be really sick. Now, I don't know whether I want to actually go with, take her against both halves. I don't think I need to. I think we're just gonna go first half, right? I might even throw in an Arlecchino comparison just really quickly for one of these chambers, just so we can actually I want to see versus multi-wave content, how does Arlecchino fare comparatively to Mavuika. The only issue though is that I just can't get any meaningful data out of it anymore because I have C2 Mavuika, right? So this is just gonna end up being incredibly awful for this. Well, in terms of dealing with the AoE content, though, seems pretty easy. Let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, I could have, done that a little faster, but I mean, let's talk about that real quick. That was amazing, legitimately amazing. And as you saw, we didn't really melt or vape or do anything like that. Why did I say vape? All right, we didn't do reactions there, you guys. Yeah, that's all I needed to say. That's the one thing that I needed to say. Yeah, we didn't really do reactions. Not really that great, wish we did, more reactions, but hey, doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and let's use Nevi here because, yeah, it's a nice returning to, basics, I feel like, for this Abyss, right? Because we had not done something like this in so long. We could have also gone ahead and used Mavuika against this part of the Abyss, which could have been really good for us, but, that's not what we did. I feel like that chamber where it was single target multi-wave was absolutely awful for Nevi. I don't know, I didn't track his time or anything, but I feel like that was just awful for Nevi. Alright, let's go ahead and let's start this up, and, yeah, this is gonna be even crazier. The only thing that I can probably complain about here is that we're probably gonna be out of Bennett's ring very, very soon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see, well, we're not actually out of Bennett's ring that soon. Let's go ahead. Yeah, as you can see here, not really much to say in terms of this. All right, we actually are going to notice Mavuika's Q skill here. Yeah, there it is. So when you don't have Silali's energy, it's not even an issue. I'm realizing, yeah, in Multiwave, the melt is just really not what you're going to see ever, almost. Just looking at it, I can already tell you, the melt, we're just not seeing it. But Mavuika, yeah, like that, you saw. we can spend more time doing Mavuika because Silali, I'm not waiting on her energy, because in that multi-wave instance, we're actually having that. That's where people with the argument of the 18-second Mavuika rotation, their argument does stand very well against that, right? But when you're talking single target enemy, you're very easily, oh god, nope, I didn't want to do that. Yeah. When you're talking single target enemy, generally you're able to do sort of a weird 16-second rotation first time when you're using Mavuika, just from what I've experienced, right? Alright, I mean, Mavuika's done very, very well against the multi-wave. The only thing that I can say is that, the only thing I can say about Mavuika multi-wave is that I haven't really been able to do reactions, because generally you're just sort of, you go over to the people with your charge attack, which, to be fair, I probably can change. I probably can absolutely, change that. Let's go ahead and actually see this. Hello? Did I not get my energy? Hello? Yeah? Let's just wait for this to redo itself. Yeah, thank you. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now we have this. Alright, sweet. Now, we're just gonna one-shot these guys. Yeah. And then, you're not really seeing the same thing here. Oh, he's dead. Well, if we crit, we didn't crit 500 times there, You know me. Never crit. Never gonna happen. Alright, well, we've done a, I would say very easy job of showing that off. Let's go ahead. I actually want to see what Arlecchino is going to look like here now. Not necessarily as a sort of, to be oh, Arlecchino, look how much worse she's performing. I just want to sort of see and compare the characters, because there is a legitimate argument for Arlecchino being sort of there with the multi-wave content. this can't really be used necessarily against like Arlecchino, because like both these characters, sure, they're both C2R1, but that's C2R1, and I don't expect a lot of people to have that. Like I said, most people, if you really like a character, you're gonna summon for that extra like constellation, from what I can tell, from what you guys have told me, and that's generally how I like to judge my characters, right? You have, you know, their weapons, their C1s, whichever one. You don't really go further. A lot of people don't really go further, right? So that's just one thing, you know, have to say. Let's go ahead. I did do this a little different. All right, we did go ahead and have that. Now, issues with that. Yeah, see, I feel like it's just, okay. All right, let's just finish that. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, is this faster? All right, let's go ahead. I could have just easily been normal attacking while that happened. I mean, 30 seconds? I wonder if that is faster, because, I mean, we very fast, I'm going to be honest. Because we, like, destroyed those first ones. I didn't test. I just want to see. But this is interesting now, because now it's more about practicality rather than, you know, certain other things. So we one-shotted those with the C2. So let's go ahead. I mean, these guys will all get one shot with Mavuika's Q, right? And then you go ahead and do this with them. Okay, well, that, okay, well, okay, practicality, since we still, cleared with Mavuika, just through that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that is just a showcase stage for Mavuika and her AoE. If I'm being entirely honest, it is. That is kind of like a showcase stage for Mavuika plus AoE. It is utterly insane how insanely perfect they are distanced away from each other to fit with Mavuika, right? If I use this crit rate, crit damage, that I honestly, I kind of want to, but like, I won't. I mean, we could do it just for fun, right? But yeah, this is certainly a stage to look at for Mavuika. Mavuika mains definitely are having fun with that one, yeah. And you can see that, and then yeah, that, and then yeah, they're just perfectly spaced, man. Yeah, and they're done. All right, I don't know what time we got there, but probably less than 20 seconds. I mean, like I said, yeah. So yeah, but once again, they both cleared sub 30 seconds. Like I said, I don't want to like discredit either one of them, because both of them, like Mavuika, she's got a little more power to her. Arlecchino, she had a little more power to her. That's not really, I mean, it's equivalent since they're both C2R1, but in terms of like those, for like most of you guys who are watching this video, probably not something that you're gonna get any meaningful like comparison out of, right? That's just something I want to talk about right there. But yeah, I mean, Mavuika and AoE absolutely dominated. I loved it, utterly loved it when using her in AoE phases. Honestly, I like it more than using her against bosses. I'm gonna be honest, half the time when I was going up against new opponents, I feel like I kind of was like, you know, being dumb about it. Like, I was just go, 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 and C Lolly was, you know, not applying her cryo before I applied pyro. I could easily, instead of, you know, oh, keep charge attacking all the way over to the enemy, I could just stop charge attacking, go up to the enemy, wait for them to be applied with cryo because it should be near instantaneous, then charge attack, and they would get a melt on, right? Like, I can do that if I wanted to play more smart with this character. However, even my brain dead playstyle, sure, she's C2, but it was really useful and I didn't really have any issues. So yeah, I do like her in AoE. This was just mainly that for that, right? I just figured, hey, we finally have an AoE Abyss. Let's go ahead and do some AoE. I will be making more Risley and Fiorina content soon. In 15 days, 33 minutes, I will be making more Fiorina and Risley content. So if you want to see that kind of content, make sure to subscribe. If you really enjoyed the video, you can feel free to become a member. $5 a month. You'll get videos 8 hours early typically, or whenever I finish them, basically. As soon as I finish them, they're scheduled for 8 a.m., but you guys can see them. The members can see them basically sometimes, you know, 12 hours early, but, you know, that's not all the time, right? So I don't want to say that. Generally, I do them 8 hours early. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, feel free to do that. If you don't, or you don't have, you know, the funds, I completely understand. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Goodbye.